What's up, fellas? Jermaine, man, back on the scene with another video. I am not a fan of this whole subscription culture. To me, it sucks. I get it why the companies like it because it's constant cash flow. But as the consumer, it sucks. It's not for me. Because it's a constant bill. That's why I don't like it. It's like you're constantly spending money. It's not like in the old days when you bought your video games or your movie, your DVD, you owned it. Your records, you owned it. Although streaming does give you a much larger selection, you also have a bill and you don't own anything. Anything happens, they go out of business, then what? So which is what happened to me. So I bought this software here. I bought the lifetime subscription. And just paid a little higher fee. I think it was like $80 or something. So I paid for it. I was like, what the heck? I just give it to them. So the other day, this message popped up. It's like, I verified. I was like, I know I paid for lifetime. I sent an email to support, and it bounced back. So I'm like, hold up. Try to find a site, domain not found, and did a search, and it said they're out of business, blah blah, this and that. I'm like, you mother effers. So that was a waste. Yeah, it's a gamble. You take a risk. But that's why initially I was hesitant to do that because I was like, what if they go out of business? And that's what happened. That's another reason why I don't like buying videos or movies that rest somewhere else. Because if they go out of business, then what? Take more movies, or are you gonna allow me to download it before you shut down? How does that go? So I can still use this, but it has their logo on the screen when you use it, so I'm not too crazy about that. But that's also something that made me kind of fall back with video games. Is I want to own what I spend my money on. It's like my old video games. I can play whenever I feel like. I just pop the disc in and I use it. Or, you have your old Sega system. You pop the cartridge in and you use it. And you're not beholden to an internet connection. I don't like that. I mean, I like online playing because it gives you the ability to play with a bunch of people. And it is fun. But I like the game I used to play, Unreal. So Unreal, you can play locally with just you on your computer against the bots, or you can go online and multiplayer online. We had a choice, which I like that. If I want to play online, I will play online. If I don't want to play online, then I should have that option to not play online. I'm not sure with Steam. I haven't bought games in a while. I think you actually download it and you can use it locally. You don't have to go online. Which I can work with that. But this goes here, this article. So I put you will own nothing and be happy, and then I put video games after that in the search, and this is one of the articles that popped up, and he's saying what inspired him to founding of AWS, 300-year-old brewery. And everyone had their own electric generator, blah, blah, blah. And he's using his logic. If a hotel wanted electricity, they had to own their own electric generator. And I looked at this and I thought, this is what computation is like today. Everybody has their own data center, and that's not going to last. It makes no sense. You're going to buy the compute off the grid. That's AWS. I disagree with that. It has its place. Like, if you need like temporary increase in computing power, it's a great idea. But to put everything on AWS, like when they had that outage not too long ago, then you're screwed. A hybrid, to me, is superior. And let's see, let's go through this. Blah, blah, blah. Think about it. No inner hardware in your PC at home. Simply the ability to type, perform actions with a mouse. Back to back in the day when they had the dumb terminal. I mean, it's like we're going in circles here. It's basically the same thing, except for the computing power is somewhere else at your facility. And they're going on about cloud computing meets an industry that's already abandoned its customers. Star Wars Battlefront 2's monetization was so egregious it prompted government response. Yeah, it's like it was like those games on like Mafia Wars on Facebook. Like, you have to constantly spend money to be competitive. And I get it. From a business standpoint, yeah, it's the bomb. Because you have constant cash flow coming in. So from their viewpoint, that's all there. It's a gravy train. But for the customer, it sucks monkey balls because you're constantly spending money and you don't own anything. Like, you can't, like this Game Pass eliminated the need for physical games. I mean, there's advantages to that because you have far more games, access to far more games. But the downside is you have a monthly bill, and let's say the servers disappear. Let's say they go out of business. You hit. You don't have any games. So that sucks. So I don't know what the government's going to do about it. So that's the thing. I'm always on the fence about stuff like that. I don't want too much government intervention. But then on the flip side, these guys, they're not benevolent at all. They're so greedy and evil that it's like you need the government to step in. And it shouldn't be that way. They kind of bring it on themselves. That's what I was thinking about, guys. I was just like, I do not like this subscription stuff, man. That's why I don't have Netflix. Like, if there's something I wanted to watch, I would just pay for the season and get rid of it. I'm a Tubi man. Tubi has a lot of good stuff on it. It just has commercials, which is cool. I can deal with the commercials. Some of the commercials are funny. But I don't want to spend money every month to watch TV. Or it's something you want to look at and it's not available at this time. You have to wait a month or two before it becomes available again. I don't like that. I like to own my stuff, which, of course, there is a downside to that. Life is trade-offs. You can't have everything. You get this, you got to give up that. So if you buy physical media, now you're taking up space. But you get to watch what you want when you feel like it. And the 4Ks look better than the streaming. There's think it would take a lot of bandwidth before you can get a picture that can equal to 4K. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Are you a fan of that? Because I'm not. I'm not a fan of it. I like playing my games whenever I feel like it, or having a choice of online or playing locally by myself. What do you guys think? Drop a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you brothers in the next video. Peace.